tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo Fuel de FootJoy.
All right, we will go ahead and get started here. We'd like to welcome Morgan Hoffman into the interview room at the RBC Heritage. Morgan, first of all, it's great to see you back. We missed you out on tour. Morgan announced in December of 2017 that he had been diagnosed with muscular dystrophy and last competed on the PGA Tour at the 2019 Shriners Children's Open. So, Morgan, like I said, it's great to see you back. Many of us have read recently about what the last few years have been like for you. Could you just give us a brief update from your position on what you've been up to and how you're feeling?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's amazing to be back. I've been telling everybody I feel like a little 12-year-old kid again playing an AJGA out here, and I don't know if many people know that I actually went to high school on Defusky Island at IJGA with the Gary Gilchrist Academy. So we'd come over here to Harwood Town and play on the weekends, and just playing this course is very euphoric for me. So I really wanted to make it back to this event. But it was difficult because I broke my shoulder and 2 ribs in December on a motorcycle accident. So it's been a really tough rehab. But the swing speed is getting back slowly, and playing with some good friends today. So it was a lot of fun to be back out here, and this is a little different than Costa Rica for sure.
Morgan entered the 2018-19 PGA Tour season on a major medical extension, which gave him 18 starts, and he has 3 remaining. So was that history of this course, was that the main reason that did you have this week targeted as the first place you wanted to make one of those 3 remaining starts, or what was it that led to you making a return here?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite courses in the world, and you have to be very creative around it, and I think my game is creative type. I love hitting different shots, and it's inevitable you're going to be in the trees at some point this week and having to move it around, and even in the fairway, trying to move it into green. So it's a really cool golf course. It's not like many of the courses on tour anymore that are crazy long, and I think they're trying to do that on a couple tees, make it a little bit longer. But yeah, this was something I really wanted to get back to because it was a favorite of mine, and I have good memories here. So yeah, out of the 3 starts, this is my favorite for sure.
All right, we'll take some questions out here. Before we do, if you guys have any questions on the specifics of the medical extension, we'll get those to you after we're done here. We'll start over here with Steve DeMeglio on the right, USA Today.
Morgan, where did the motorcycle accident happen, and was it just 4 months ago or 16 months ago?
Yeah, in December, 4 months ago. Yeah.
And was it in Costa Rica?
Yeah, it was on my driveway actually. It's really steep and rocky, and there were some recent like dry leaves on the ground, and was going way too fast and just ate it. So it wasn't that great.
How is your health right now?
Good. Back in the gym every day and getting stronger. It feels really solid, and my pecs are coming back from the atrophy, which is huge, and very, very exciting. I'm being subdued to the excitement of seeing muscle firing again right now. So yeah, every day is a success.
And last one, since you decided to come back, how much golf have you played since that time, and where have you played?
Well, it wasn't really an official decision until last week to decide to play here. But I've been trying to shoot to play. I tried to play at Honda. That was my real goal. But the motorcycle accident ironically happened on the day that I was heading to the gym to start my comeback in December. Because my muscles were feeling good, but kind of pushed things back a couple months. And now just, yeah, I'm here and been at Ohoopee Match Club for the last, Ohoopee Match Club? Ohoopee.
We'll get you the spelling.
That's in Georgia for the last 10 days or so. practicing.
All right, we'll go down the line to Ron and then Shane.
Did you wonder if you were ever going to get back to this? Did you contemplate maybe I played my last golf tournament, or was that never in your mind?
That's a good question. I knew that golf has always been something that I loved, and I wanted it to be fun again. And I've always put a lot of pressure on myself, and I think that's why on tour previous to this was the reason why I didn't reach my potential, at least in my mind. And yeah, so I just wanted the main goal when I came back to be fun, whether that's professional or amateur. But yeah, I still had some dreams that I wanted to accomplish out here.
Shane?
That's a crazy song.
Yeah.
Hey Morgan, over here. My colleague Dan from Golf Digest obviously came down and he wrote your story, which I think brought a lot of people who didn't know up to date on what your life was like. I'm curious, what you thought of that story and what the aftermath has been like in terms of, I'm assuming, more attention and all that.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of attention, amazing positive feedback. Everybody who read the story there wasn't really one negative thing. I think a lot of my close friends knew that there were some things blown out of proportion just to, make it more interesting, more entertaining for the public to read, and that was his job, and he did a great job, and it was a nice perspective to have someone from the United States to come down and be kind of flabbergasted by what we've taken on to as our lives.
And then a quick follow-up. No problem. A quick follow-up to that. A lot of times in that story, you mentioned that part of coming back, not just to play golf for yourself, but to sort of bring the message of all the medical stuff that you feel that you've discovered and everything in your life to the broader public. Is that still true today, and is that part of why you're here?
Is what true today? The medical?
That you want to bring the message of what you feel that you've discovered medically to a broader audience.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we've really been, with our foundation, has been our goal for the last 4 years, to build this health and wellness center down in Costa Rica. Originally it was going to be in Florida, but since we kind of just fell in love with the area, the people, the terrain, and the way that fruit grow down there, it's really special. And now that I'm having some success with my health, I can show people who are interested and who have questions on what I've done to heal something that has been deemed incurable, how to do it naturally, and it's just my path. And I think there's many paths to health, and it's really exciting to give that advice to someone and not just say, oh, there's just this one way, because I've found there's so many.
Jim in front.
Morgan, I'm curious, who'd you play with today, and did you closest friends, did you keep in touch with them the last 2 years, or did they just kind of know you were on this journey or wherever you were, but did you keep in touch with them?
Yeah, good question. I had today I played with Camilo and Luke Donald. They've been really good friends for the last 10 years or so, and then my friends I've kept in touch with. Yeah, most of my friends, my closest friends, are not golfers, and we've definitely kept in touch. I've had some people come down and visit me, and it's been really cool to have them come check out what we're doing. But then on tour, I think most of the guys that I grew up with, like Peter Uihlein and Ricky Fowler, Taylor Gooch, Kevin Tway, my team at Oklahoma State, they're always amazing friends, and kind of knew that I was off on my own journey. But when I come back, it's like family, great big hugs, and it's been awesome, welcoming.
MK and then Steve.
Hey Morgan, just curious, does your prep for a tournament look any different to when it did pre-break based on your health?
It's mentally different. Yeah, it was a lot more stressful, I think, preparing for a golf event. I feel like I needed to have needs and do things specifically, and put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's kind of what was my detriment out there. And now it's been fun. Like, I've had an amazing time and hit some great shots, hit some really terrible shots, and like I just have, obviously I want to play well and results would be special, but I think this week and whatever happens isn't already a success. So, thanks.
Steve?
More, when people read the story and have known a little bit about your story, I think there's a lot of people, I can't believe he did this, I can't believe he did that, I can't believe he's done this, I can't believe he went all over the world. When you look back on it, or do you look back on, and are you amazed at what has happened the last 2 years, what you've put yourself through, and what your journey around the world?
You know, being this close to it, it's tough to kind of step out sometimes and really see what's happened, where I've been, what I've been through. But at this moment, I'm trying to take a minute and look out from the outsider's perspective. And yeah, it's on paper, it's definitely interesting. It's a crazy story for sure. And I think that any athlete in this position, or anybody with a drive for health, would do something similar as well. And I don't think I'm special in any way. I think I've been put in this position for a reason, and I just want to help people believe in themselves and get through really anything that they're going through, because everyone in this room here has something that they're going through that most people probably don't know about. And I made a decision to make it public, and just because I had a platform that was capable of making a big difference, and I hope that happens.
Shane?
Morgan, I just want to pick up on something you just said about being here for a reason. You've obviously had your mind completely transformed about science and health over the last couple of years. I'm wondering if your religious faith has undergone any kind of similar transformation or adaptation or anything like that as all this other stuff kind of comes to the forefront.
Yeah, that's a good question. Religious faith. I was brought up Catholic. My mom was Catholic, and I didn't really connect with it. So I went a long time not really believing or focusing on anything in that matter. But since I started on this journey of soul searching, let's say, my spirituality has definitely changed and been opened up to so many different things and different aspects of life, whether that's physical or on different planes dimensionally. It's something that's hard to talk about here because not a lot of people understand and can be deemed as crazy, but I think that's kind of what most people see me as anyway. But yeah, some of the plant medicine has been truly amazing, mind-blowing. And a lot of people call some of the things that I've embarked on as hallucinogenics, but the way I see them is so much different. I think it's like a kind of a back door or a side door to really like different dimensions or different planes, or I don't really have it down yet. I'm still questioning and trying to figure it all out.
Just a quick follow-up, Jack. A lot of people, when they do psychedelics, talk about seeing connections between people, between things that weren't perceived before. Has that been your experience? I've never done them, so I'd like to hear about it, though.
Definitely. It's really special because the experience is so real that I think it's not just a vision. It really is taking it's not your mind, it's not your body, it's, I'd say, kind of your soul, your spiritual side somewhere else, and showing you different things, and it's your intention going into it is really important. Everybody has a different intention, whether it's to heal something or to get over some trauma. And for me, I've been shown how to heal so many times just by closing my eyes and like having whether a voice in my head or like a visual. For me specifically, is like envisioning like a white light all through my body, which I've read thousands of times that it's very common in these type of practices to see that type of white light be very healing.
Go to Ron.
If you don't mind, can you just clarify, has your physical condition improved? You were talking about muscles firing and all that. Do you feel differently than you felt, say, 2 years ago, like you're gaining on this?
Yeah, definitely. My muscles, ever since I went to Nepal about probably 4 years ago, they've been slowly getting better. There hasn't been any more atrophy, which has been amazing. And now my right pec was the worst. It kind of got down to my ribs where all you could see is bone. And now, like when I put my hand here and I flex, I can feel it again, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's been improving slowly, and now I'm in kind of the testing process of pushing it back in the gym again to see how hard I can go.
And we'll take our final question from Steve DiMeglio.
Morgan, what do you expect from yourself this week?
Some smiles, some golf on a beautiful course. That's really about it. I've been practicing hard, and my game actually feels pretty solid. I have a great caddy on the bag this week, and my clubs are dialed in, so I feel good. I don't really know. I obviously come to tournaments to win, and I've never done that before, so might as well shoot for the stars, right? His name is Santi. He's from Colombia. I think he grew up with Camilo and Manny Villegas in Colombia.
All right, Morgan, like I said, it's great to see you back out here, and we hope you have a great week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nuevo Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble. Con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño, el zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.